Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther, and today we're going to be learning how to make this princess dart underbust corset top. If you're interested in learning how to make this, join me while we get started. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, so this is my pattern paper here, and I've gone ahead to draw a straight line at the top. That's going to be our starting line. From that line, I'm going to be marking my vertical measurements, which is my shoulder to bust, shoulder to underbust, shoulder to waist, and then shoulder to hip. So after marking this marks at several points, I'm going to connect them with a straight line and use my marker to make them very visible. So I'm using a shoulder to bust measurement of 9.5 inches, shoulder to underbust 13 inches, shoulder to waist 16 inches, and from the waist to the hip I marked 8 inches and I'm connecting that with a straight line. So take note that this dress actually is longer than the waist to the hip, I mean the shoulder to the hip. It's a little extended, so I will just add 3 inches below later by adding another paper underneath it. But for now, let's work with this. So I've gone ahead to label every part of the line so that when we are working on it, we will know. So the starting line is going to be our shoulder line, and I marked the shoulder measurement divided by 2, which gave me 7.5 there. I came down by 1 inch, and I also marked 3 inches from the center front. This is our front piece, and I connected it to that 1 inch, forgetting my shoulder slope. Now I marked from that 1 inch, I marked 7.5 inches downward, which is the bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. It gave me my armhole depth. So if you add it to the 1 inch you took for the slope, it's going to be 8.5, and I marked that and connected with a straight line, which became my chest line. So I marked my 7.5 inches, which is the shoulder measurement. I marked it on the chest line and I connected it to the slope, okay, so that it's going to give me a straight line. Then I divided the bust circumference by 4. It gave me 9 inches because I'm working with a bust circumference of 36 inches. And I took the midpoint of this armhole depth, marked it there, and I came in by 0.5 inches like this, and I'm going to be connecting these 3 points together with my French curve. So you're just going to place your curve ruler there, ensuring that it gives you a shape where you can be able to connect these 3 points together, and then go ahead and connect it together, and that way you've gotten your armhole curve. So if you don't understand what I did, kindly go back to it, okay? Or if you've been watching my tutorial, you should be able to understand this part because we've been doing it severally. So now I mark my bust span measurement. This is a nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. I'm using 7 inches, and half of it is going to give me 3.5. I marked it from the bust point down to the hip line, and I'm going to connect it with a straight line. So the next thing is to take our dart, and we're going to be contouring the underbust region. So for the dart, I'm going to come to the waistline first of all, and I'm going to be taking a dart of 2 inches. Because the side of our body is fuller, I'm going to be marking 0.75 on the center front and 1.25 on the side. And I'm going to connect them from the underbust to the waist. So we are going to be doing this at the hip area, but I want us to work on the upper part first. So I came down by 0.75 from the bust point line, and I'm marking from that point to where I have my underbust for the contouring, and I'm using a curve ruler to do that. So you have to be mindful of how you place your curve so that it comes out well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get our neckline design. I came down from the shoulder by 5 inches. You can use 4 inches or 5 inches, totally depends on what you want. And I'm going to place my curve ruler like this. So I want to make it a little curvy because from the design it's a little curvy. After connecting them together, that is what we have there. I'm going to get our princess dart armhole, and I'm going to mark 2.5 inches from that shoulder slope. Okay, so normally we could have just take the round measurement of the armhole curve divided by 2, just like I did, and mark the center point, which will be connecting to the bust. But because from the design, the princess seam design there is coming up a little, and most times it doesn't work well for people that do not have fuller bust. So just mark 2.5 inches below the shoulder slope, connect it to the bust point. That would help it relax, especially for those persons that do not have fuller bust. If your bust is full, just go ahead and use the center point, okay? So I'm going to mark 1 inch below this line after connecting the curve, and I'm going to connect from that 1 inch curve, from that 1 inch point rather, to this bust point, okay? So this is me trying to take a dart there. After doing that, I'm going to mark that same 1 inch I took. I'm going to mark it from the lower part of the curve that I drew earlier, so that I can extend it by that 1 inch. Okay, I just quickly shaded that part just to show that that part will be taken off. So I'll extend it now, and I'll be connecting that extension to our armhole point, the armhole curve where it stopped on the chest line. So this will become our new armhole right now. We will no longer be using the previous one there. Okay, so after doing this, now we need to connect the side, but the body measurements, the body measurements, you need to impute them. We're going to be dividing them by 4 and marking them, and wherever we have that allowance, we're going to be adding the that allowance, just like I'm doing right now. Waist measurement divided by 4, I marked it and I'm added the that allowance, which is 2 inches there, and I'm connecting them together. So I'm using a waist measurement of 29 inches and underbust measurement of 30 inches. You can see I've gone ahead to connect that point together. So I'm going to take my bust dart of 1.5 inches. This is the difference between the shoulder to waist for the front and that of the back. So for the front, I'm using 16 inches and the back is 14.5. So that 1.5 inches, which is the difference, is what I marked and connected to the bust point. So I'm going to be folding it. Okay, so you can't fold it until you actually open a dart. So before I do that, I'm just going to create this dart at this lower part. So you can come down by 6 inches like I marked here and just connect it like that, but I decided to extend it to the hand like this. So I extended the same thing we have on the underbust and waist to the hip, the same dart measurement. I extended it to the hip like that. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to add the extra paper at the hem area so that I can get the full length. Okay, for me to get my full length, I'm just going to add 3 inches. You can add 4 or 3 depending on how long you want it to be for you. So 3 inches is fine, and I went ahead to mark them at the hem area rather, and I connected it with a straight line. So after connecting, I labeled it full length so that I can be able to tell. So I also went ahead to connect the allowance there. I connected it to the full length as well. Okay, so now that I've gotten it, I can now go ahead and cut out the extra part of the paper that I do not need. So I went to cut this side so that when I'm closing my bust dart, it's going to be very easy for me. Remember that before you can close a dart, you have to open one dart so that it can give you easy access to close it. But before closing my bust dart, I'm going to be taking the underbust design here. So I marked 5 inches on the two dart leg, and I was trying to connect it from the waist, but I realized that it was looking funny, and I had to go back to the design to cross check it and see that, oh, it's not actually that way, and then I came to correct it. Okay, so what I'll be doing instead is I'm just going to extend that 5 inches to the center front, or you just come down from the waist by 5 inches, and then you're going to be connecting it to the waist at the side like this. So because there is a dart there, it's not going to be equal. So what I did is that I just drew this part a little. Then for me to make it equal, whereby I don't have one side shorter than the other, I'll just slash the dart open and fold it. You can fold it without slashing the dart open, but you are going to have to open another dart from one side to make it easy. But this is just the best way to make it easy for you. So I folded it from the two sides of the dart, making sure that the two waistlines are connecting together. You can see what I'm doing. I make sure that the waistline is on the same line. That's the only way you can ensure that you're having um the correct measurement. So right now I'm not going to place my curve ruler like this, and I'm going to connect it from that 5 inches below the waist at the center front to the waist at the side, and that way I'm going to have the design that I have on that picture there. So right now we have gone ahead to connect the lower part. You're going to open up this that paper back. You can just use a tape to hold it. If you feel it's going to be distracting you or giving you issues, just go ahead and connect it, or leave it like that. So now I want to close my bust dart. I have to just extend the paper to the bust point exactly and close my bust dart. So the reason why we are doing this is because by the time you close your bust dart, you realize that there is a shortage there. So now I've connected the chest line to the underbust, covering the shortage, and I'm using my marker pen to make it visible. After doing this, that part is okay. We can now go ahead and create the upper part of the underbust design and also fix our hem. So now what we're going to do is that I'm going to come from the bust point, or I'm going to come a little above the bust point, but I decided to work on the chest line to connect it to the underbust at the first dart leg towards the center front. You can see the way I placed my curve. So you have to place your curve well and connect it. So you can come out by 0.5 inches on that center front if you want there to be a little space at the center, or you just go ahead and curve it the way I did. Okay, then towards the side you close the bust dart. Then when you close the bust dart, you can now place your curve from the other underbust that leg at the side to the bust point. Okay, you can take it to the chest line to the bust point, depends on what you want, but I think this is fine. So after connecting it, this is what I'm going to have. Right now I have gone ahead to create the underbust corset design that we have there. I'm going to label it for us to see. Okay, so now I want to impute our hip measurements. Please note that you can actually put your hip measurement from the beginning of the pattern drafting, like towards the time where you're inputting your body measurements. Okay, or you just do it the same way I'm doing it. It's totally fine. If you know it's not going to give you issue, you can do it this way. So you put your hip measurement divided by 4, add 2 inches that allowance, and repeat the same thing on the full length. Connect it together and connect it to the waist. Okay, so just go ahead and do this, and after doing this, that's all. So now I'm going to close my bust dart, and I'm going to use this tape to secure it so that I can go ahead and cut it out. Take note that this pattern drafting do not have the sewing allowance, so when you want to sew, you add your sewing allowance. I'm going ahead to label it center, front, side, front, up and down, and I'm indicating the area that is going to be for the underbust corset design. Okay, so now there are 2 ways you can do this. You can either make the underbust detachable by sewing the top itself separately. That way all you need to do is cut it out like this, then cut it out on your fabric. You're going to cut it out on your fabric, the 2 piece, where the center front is going to be on a fold, and the side front is going to be cut in 2 pieces where you join them together. You can cut it out like this, and after cutting it on your fabric, then you can now go ahead and cut out the underbust design that you have made there, and cut it out separately on the fabric again, which you'll be using to create the underbust. That is if you want to make it detachable. But if you are going to be joining them together, you have to just slash them into 3 pieces like this. Okay, also label them before you go ahead and cut it under your fabric. So now we're going to go to the back piece, which is this. I've got ahead to repeat everything I did for the front piece, marking the shoulder to bust, shoulder to chest line, shoulder to the waist, shoulder to hip, and the full length. The only thing here is that there is no under bust here. The back do not have a bust. So this area I left here about 1.5 is our zipper allowance. Okay, I'm going ahead to label everything. Is our zipper allowance, and take note that the shoulder to waist for the back is 14.5. For the front I use 16 inches. Remember, we've taken a bust dart, which is the difference there. So now I'm going to be imputing my bust span here, 3.5 inches from the chest line to the full length. Okay, so also note that the armhole curve is the same way I took it for the front piece. Is the same way, so that's the same thing. From the waist I marked 1/2 inch on both sides, and I'm going to connect them to the chest line at the top, and then for the lower part I'm not going to connect it to the hip or the full length. I'm just going to come down by 6 inches there, and I'll be connecting them together to meet that 6 inches from the waist. Okay, this is just for the back piece. Now after doing this, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on this waist area. This is because I'm trying to avoid zipper bulge. Now I want you to take note that if you're making this detachable, you're just going to go ahead and cut it out with your zipper area and fix your zip. And also note that we do not have a design for the back. I couldn't get the back piece of this dress, but we are going to create a back design ourselves. So we are going to work as if we are going to be joining it together and not making it detachable. In that way, you are going to just go ahead and just cut the underbust design and join it together. So I've gone ahead to impute the body measurement, dividing them by 4. Okay, and after doing that, I am connecting them with my curve. Remember to take note of the dart at the waist. You're going to add that too. So after connecting them together like this, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to get my princess dart armhole and then the underbust design. So I'm just showing you my waist. Remember that I told you shoulder to waist in the front is 16, shoulder to waist at the back is 14.5, which I have taken note of. If not, your side is not going to be equal. So I marked the 2.5 inches for the princess seam. I came down by 2.5 inches from the slope area, and I connected it to the bust point. We're not going to be taking any darts for the back piece. Okay, then for the neck design, I marked 1 inch there. I placed my curve ruler like this and connected it together, extending it to the zipper area. Okay, so after doing this, the next thing we're going to do is to mark our zipper point and to get the hem. So for this zipper point, I'm marking 1 inch around. Now take note that I am starting from the new zipper line, which is from that 0.5 inches I extended in from the waist. So by the time you connect them together, it's not supposed to be straight, it's supposed to be a little slanted due to the fact that we have taken out 0.5. So take note of how I am marking it. Okay, so that area where I marked 0.5 inches, I use pencil. I'm going to use my marker to make it visible. So I'll label it just for us to understand it when we are working. Okay, so if you want to use a corset, you can just go ahead and mark 1.5 inches from the center front, so this is, sorry, from center back down to the hem, and connect them together and cut it off where you'll be putting your lacing bar. But right now we're going to be using zipper for this. You can see that I've labeled it. The next thing is to cut it out. You're going to take your time and cut it out. At this point, if you find this tutorial very helpful, do not hesitate to give us a thumbs up, share our video, and subscribe to our channel. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section. Like I said, now if you want to make this dress detachable, the underbust, the corset detachable, you're just going to go ahead and cut your pattern like this, where you'll be having the center back and the side back. Cut it out separately. After cutting it out, then you take your pattern again, join them together, and create the underbust design there. Like I said, we do not have a design for, we don't have a picture of what the back looks like, but I'm going to create a design for the back. So I'm going to create the same underbust design for the front, and I'm going to be assuming that we are not making it detachable, we are joining it together. I came down from the chest line by 0.75. You can use 1 inch or half of an inch or 0.75, and I came down from the waistline towards the center back by 5 inches. Okay, now we're going to be connecting them together to meet the waist at the side. Because there is a dart there and it's no longer straight, we're going to take our time to use our tape to hold it in place so that we can be able to create that curve easily and for it to be straight. Okay, so now that I've done it, I'm going to place the curve ruler from the 5 inches towards the center back, not the zipper allowance, the center back. I'm going to connect it together to the waist at the side like that, and then this upper part, I'm going to be joining it with the tape, ensuring that the two lines align. The bust line, the chest line should align. So I'm placing my curve ruler in a way that is going to give me that curve that I want. So while using the 0.75, it wasn't giving me what I want, so I used 1 inch, which is just exactly at the bust line, and I connected them together. Okay, for better understanding and to avoid mistake, I'm labeling it the underbust region so that when cutting it out, it will be obvious. Then I label the center back 1 2 3, side back 1 2 3, just like I did for the front. So now I'm going to cut it out. Please do not hesitate to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up if you find this tutorial very helpful. Okay, so now I'm going to split it out, and then when you're cutting it, you're going to be cutting the upper part, that's 1 and 3 with the main fabric, and then for the underbust side, you're going to be cutting it with the material you want to use for the underbust design before you join them together. Okay, so at this point you have actually come to the end of this tutorial. Both for the front and the back, we are done. We're just going to transfer it to the fabric and go ahead and cut it out, then go ahead and sew it. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe to our channel. This is one of the way you can motivate us to keep posting sewing tutorials. Please like our videos, share our videos, share it out so that we can have other people who are interested in learning this to join us and learn from our work. Okay, thank you guys for all the love and support. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for staying with us, thank you for being part of the family. We really appreciate everything. Okay, if there's any question, please do not hesitate to leave it in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in my next video.